Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to KingSpade channel. Now, the War of the Chosen Season 2 in Taiwan server had just ended and they already have the winner. So in this video, I bring you the grand final match between the two strongest teams in WOC Season 2 in Taiwan server that battled through to the top in the span of 5 days for the whole duration of the event. For the blue team, we have 3 Archbishops and 2 Royal Guards for the main lineup. For the substitute, we have 2 Mechanics and 1 Minstrel. On the red team, we have 2 Archbishops, 1 Royal Guards, 1 Rune Knight, and 1 Warlock. For the substitute, we have 1 Archbishop, 1 Wanderer, and 1 Shura. Now, what you guys can see with this lineup, the most fearful and also the most hated class, I must add, the Ranger, is not in the top match lineup. Looks like the last nerf on the Archers, Vulture's Eye skill, had a big impact to the Ranger, making it rather harder for them to deal tremendous damage in the higher rank PvP, and lost their spot as the best damage dealer class in PvP. The Guillotine Cross also is not used in both teams. This is rather expected in Taiwan server, although the Assassin had been buffed tremendously, but I guess the stigma towards the Assassin as the weakest class still can't be erased in Taiwan server. It may not be particularly true, but that is what the Taiwan players perceive the Assassin in Taiwan server. As for the Rune Knight, what can I say? The role as the tanker had been taken over by the Royal Guard after the Crusader class is introduced, which is designed specifically for the role. But this is also a chance for them to rise as the damage dealer class in PvP. They have the shield for extra tankiness, but also the offensive skill to deal damage, a perfect replacement for the pure offensive class Ranger. For a grand final, the winner will be decided in 5 matches. Whoever wins at least 3 matches will be crowned as the champion. So let's not delay any longer. Let's proceed to the first match. The first match begins. The red team Rune Knight is the first to charge forward. There are no reduction in HP for both teams for the first few seconds. This may be due to the Royal Guard skill King Grace, and also the Archbishop Sam skill is inactive. Both teams do not seem to have overly offensive lineup in this match. They will rely on the Royal Guard for not just defense, but also doing some damage as well. The red team Warlock is down. Looks like he died in just 1 hit by the blue team Royal Guard. After the King Grace and Sam skill expired, no other protection can protect the Warlock from the damage, and having lesser HP, he is easily wiped out. That being said, the Royal Guard is really a beast in this match. They not just have the tankiness to stay alive for longer period, but they also have enough power to 1-hit kill the Warlock. This spells trouble to the Warlock. If his magic attack cannot overpower the Royal Guard defense, his fate is already decided in this match. Now this just brings down to whose Royal Guard is more powerful. Both teams did not aim for the Archbishop. The Archbishop possesses no threat to both teams. They are the healing fountain, providing healing aid to the team, and the Royal Guard just need to deal damage exceeding the healing capacity of the Archbishop to win this match. Now the Royal Guard is the perfect tank compared to the Lord Knight. The more HP the Royal Guard has, the more it will convert to its overall damage. The tanky they get, the stronger they become, literally. The Warlock can't get up. He is being guarded by the opponent Royal Guard. Once he got up, he will just be killed again. The Warlock is resurrected. The Royal Guard had to get away to regen his HP, and this is the perfect opportunity to revive the Warlock. The Royal Guard go in again to attack the Warlock, but the Warlock does not lose HP. I think he is protected by the King Grace and the Sam skill. The red team Rune Knight actually playing tag with the blue team Royal Guard, with the red team chasing the blue team. The Warlock is down again. I guess the protection buff had expired. This is looking bad for the red team. Looks like the Warlock really can't stand a chance to even survive in this match, let alone dealing damage. 2 minutes in the match. Although the red team Rune Knight, I can say, is a little stronger for the blue team Royal Guard, but the blue team have the upper hand in this match. All they need is to keep the Warlock to lie down on the ground, and they can have a chance to win this match. The Warlock is resurrected, and yep, the blue team do not give him even a slight chance to do anything and instantly kill him. But the Royal Guard can't stay at the Warlock spot. The combined Archbishop AoE attack at the spot actually deal a lot of damage to the Royal Guard, and he need to get away to stay alive. this makes a window a perfect opportunity to revive the Warlock. And this is the cycle that we are seeing in this first match. It will down to the last minute, the last few seconds, how both teams can outsmart each other with their strategy. Oh, 3 players down for red team. This is looking bad for the red team, but is saved by the Epicless's skill. All of the red team members gather too close with each other and receiving damage at the same time by the blue team AoE attack. This can be the downfall for the red team. Last 1 minute of the match, the blue team is focused on the Warlock to make sure he is killed every time he is resurrected. The red team on the other hand trying their best to protect the Warlock. 30 seconds left. The Warlock is still laying on the ground. This is the crucial moment for both teams, but especially for Red team. If they want to win this match, they need to come up with something. Will they resurrect the Warlock at the very last seconds as the strategy to win the match? 5 seconds left. The Warlock is resurrected. He needs to stay alive at least for 5 seconds. In the end, although the Warlock managed to stay alive, it is just not enough for the Red team to win the match. The first match won by the Blue team, 1 for the Blue team and 0 for the Red team. Next second match, the Red team switched the Warlock with another Archbishop to the main lineup. It is apparent that they need to make this change. The Warlock became the factor for the defeat in the first match, so they need to switch him out. And now we have almost the same lineup for both teams. The difference is the Red team have a Rune Knight. This will be interesting to see. Second match start. The Red team Rune Knight charged forward just like the first match, but this time he is being cautious, knowing that they lost the previous match. He needs to be careful. Looks like in this match, both teams are evenly matched. The Rune Knight is actually uncontested for this match. You can see he is charging the opponent without being disturbed. It is safe to say he is freely to roam around to find his target, but at the same time, he cannot be too far away from his teammates. He still needs the protection and all of the buff to keep him alive. The Red team Rune Knight keeps charging on the Blue team's Royal Guard, constantly pressuring him. No matter how much HP and defense the Royal Guard has, without anyone provoking or at least counteract the Rune Knight, the Royal Guard can't withstand the Rune Knight constant attack and makes him to just move around to avoid the attack. This is looking bad for the Blue team now. With 3 Archbishops and 2 Royal Guards, a rather defensive lineup and lack offensive capability, they cannot retaliate or at best give the same pressure to as what they receive from the Red team in this match. The Red team shows a different performance in the second match. They are no longer being pressured like in the first match. Switching out the Warlock with another Archbishop seems like the right move. They now are not concerned about surviving. Look at their HP, barely scratch. I guess the Blue team's Royal Guard and Archbishop do not have that explosive power to give a significant damage to the Red team. With staying alive is not a problem anymore, the Red team can now focus on the offensive, and that job is all given to the Rune Knight. With just 1 damage dealer, the Rune Knight for Red team is enough to make them have the advantage in this match. A slight domination to a certain degree, even if it is small in this arena, is sufficient for the Red team. It is what they needed to have supremacy priority over the blue team. This might be their lead to win the second match. In theory, in the first match, it is not a bad idea for having the Warlock. With 2 DPS class giving more attack power in the team, the red team should have a higher chance of winning. But why it didn't work? And now why with only 1 DPS class in the team seems like the right formula for red team. This might have to do with the Rune Knight capability to withstand attack and survive. The Rune Knight is a one-hand sword with shield build. He will have a more balanced start in HP and defense, as well as having little more attack power, enough to deal damage to the blue team. Although the Warlock, also a one-hand weapon with shield build, was not tanky enough to withstand the Royal Guard attack. This might be due to their skill set as well. The Rune Knight will have more self buff that can help him to stay alive longer. One minute left. I think you can already tell who will win this match. Without being pressured, the red team clearly have the dominance on the arena in the second match. The second match ended. No one died at the very last second. The red team dealt more damage than the blue team and is then given the winner for this round. 1 score for the blue team and 1 for the red team. Third match, what will the blue team do? Will they make changes on the lineup? They need someone with more attack power to match the red team combat capability. But looking at their substitute, 2 mechanics and 1 minstrel, they hardly have that right person to fill that spot. If they switch in the minstrel, it will be just like the Warlock. He will not survive. If they switch in the mechanic, in my opinion, it is essentially just like having another Royal Guard in the team. But it might can work. So what the blue team will do? In the end, the blue team do not make any changes. They are sticking to the same lineup. Third match start. The red team, Rune Knight, do not waste any time and charge forward. This time he knows that he can match the blue team's Royal Guard. The red team knows that the blue team's Royal Guard is not a threat anymore and aiming for the Archbishop instead. The blue team Archbishop breaks away from their formation and nearly killed. This setup forced the blue team Royal Guard to also break away from their team, attempting to help the Archbishop. This is exactly what the red team are hoping for. Now that the Royal Guard are outside of their team circle, he become an easy target for the red team Rune Knight. And this will be like the second match all over again. With the same team lineup, with the same strategy, it can be the same outcome as well. The red team successfully lured out the Royal Guard, and now he is on the run, chased by the Rune Knight. Now if you notice, the blue team Royal Guard clearly does not have the power to contest with the red team's Rune Knight. So what he can do is to kite him to the middle of the arena, to the Archbishop location. With the Archbishop AoE offensive skill, they can impose damage to the Rune Knight. To stay safe, the Rune Knight has to go out from the AoE damage area. Looking at the progress so far, it is likely that the match will result in the same outcome as the second match. Third match ended, and just like previous match, the red team deal higher damage than the blue team, and then again given the winner for the third match. 2 points for red team and 1 point for blue team. The next match will be the deciding match if the blue team can't come out with a new strategy to recover from this defeat. On the fourth match, the blue team switched out Antidote, the Royal Guard, which is their main DPS dealer. He actually dealt all of the damage in the previous matches so far. I thought they need more DPS in the team, but this is just switching the DPS dealer in the team with a new one. But they need the switch, they need another strategy. Maybe this is their last minute strategy that they came up with. Maybe an unplanned one, but they need to change things up. The the fourth match starts, the red team charge forward and the blue team just stays idle. They do not do anything at all. This is a display of submissive, or maybe just giving up. Maybe they knew what will be the outcome and they accepted it. In the world of sport, or in this case esport, well, not a professional esport, but for me this is unacceptable. This shows no sportsmanship at all. It is not about giving up, but this is disrespecting the opponent, disrespecting the supporters that are rooting for them behind the scene. They at least can try their best to the very last, even they know it's a loss. Well, I'm not sure what they have in mind or if there's something happened in the actual scene. It is what it is. The fourth match ended with a disappointing loss for the blue team. The champion for the War of the Chosen Season 2 for Taiwan server goes to the red team. Congratulations to all players who participate in the event. By the way, a little info, the winning team, the red team, was placed 3rd for WOC Season 1 and now they are the champion for WOC Season 2. Alright, that's it for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. That's it for now. I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.